Ryan International School, the anger clearly peaking. Lots of parents of students who study right inside the school.
Unfortunately, today at 6 p.m. we report live from a household that has seen a tragedy which is unprecedented, which no newsprint, no news broadcast like this would ever fulfill. But the young parents of 7-year-old Pradyuman want nothing else but possibly justice for a 7-year-old, that no other 7-year-old goes through what their son did. मैम, आप क्या मांग कर रही हैं अभी? क्योंकि जो चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं वो कह रहे हैं, आई हैव प्रद्युमन्स मदर विद मी, वो कह रहे हैं कि एक सीबीआई जांच देखेंगे, अगर होनी चाहिए तो देखेंगे. आप क्या मांग कर रही हैं?
सर मैम, मैं मांग कुछ भी नहीं कर रही हूँ. मुझे बस इंसाफ चाहिए. जिसने भी ये किया है ये सामने आया. और मैं सबसे पहले तो मैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट का शुक्रिया करती हूँ कि उन्होंने संज्ञान लिया है, और मुझे उन पे पूरा विश्वास है कि मेरे बाबू को इंसाफ मिलेगा.
आपको क्यों लगता है मैम कि जो स्कूल कह रहा है, जो पुलिस कह रही है, वो सच नहीं है, कि कंडक्टर इसके पीछे है?
मैम, ये पता करना आप लोगों का काम है. मैम, मैं कुछ नहीं जानती हूँ. मैं इसके बारे में, मुझे कुछ अंदाज नहीं आ रहा है. मैं क्या, मुझे खुद नहीं समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या आपको इसके बारे में बोलूँ.
मैम, आपको लगा था आपका जिगर का टुकड़ा जाएगा सुबह स्कूल, और जो सिक्योरिटी है जो आप अभी बोल रही हैं, बहुत बड़ी बात है कि आप अभी बोल सकती हैं कि किसी और के बच्चे को ये ना हो. मैं बोल रही हूँ कि मैम, जो मेरे बाबू के साथ हुआ, भगवान ना करे किसी के भी बच्चे के ये साथ हो. क्योंकि जब एक माँ अपने बच्चे को भेजती है ना, तो वो इस आशय से भेजती है कि हमने उसको एक सेफ जगह पे भेजी है, और वो उसके आने का इंतजार करती है कि जब मेरा बच्चा आएगा उसको खाना खिलाऊंगी, उसके साथ सोऊंगी, उसके साथ जो भी है मेरा बच्चा खेलेगा कूदेगा. कोई भी माँ, आप भी एक पेरेंट्स हो, बहुत सारे दुनिया में सभी पेरेंट्स हैं, जितने भी लोग हैं सभी पेरेंट्स हैं. कोई भी माँ ये नहीं चाहेगी कि, और उसके दिमाग में कभी ये चीज गलती से भी नहीं आएगा कि हाँ मेरा बच्चा गया है तो शायद आएगा ही नहीं. मैं तो मतलब मुझे आज भी लग रहा है कि शायद कहीं से मेरा बाबू आ जाए, कहीं से भूला भटका, कहीं से शायद रास्ता भटक गया हो, कहीं से तो वो आ जाए. मैम, कुछ हम बोल नहीं सकते अभी, पर आपको अगर जस्टिस चाहिए तो हम आपके साथ खड़े जरूर हो सकते हैं.
मैम, मैं सबसे यही बोल रही हूँ कि मेरे बेटे को बस आप लोग इंसाफ दिला दो. मैं सब, और आप लोग खड़े भी हो, आप लोग बहुत सपोर्ट कर रहे हो. मैम, मैं बस यही चाहती हूँ.
मैम, आप बहुत ब्रेव हैं. You know, it's heartbreaking. It is actually really heartbreaking when you talk to a young mother like this, because you know she's sitting there, and I just want to, I want to go across to relatives of hers who've been sitting beside her and trying to keep it together. It's very difficult when you've gone and you've cremated a 7-year-old child. आप इनके साथ हैं. ये किस उससे अभी आप रिलेटिव हैं इनकी, किस उससे ये बैठी हैं आज, जो बोल रही हैं, क्या मांग कर रही हैं? क्योंकि हम बात नहीं करना चाहते ज्यादा, इनसे थोड़ा सा बोलते हैं रो पड़ती हैं.
हालत बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है. उसका बीपी लो हो गया है, ब्लड की कमी है उसके, तो इसीलिए वो बिल्कुल बोल नहीं पा रही है. तो हम लोग को बस यही चाहिए कि हम लोग के पास हमारे बच्चों के साथ क्या हुआ, उसके लिए हम लोग को इंसाफ चाहिए. इसलिए हम लोग सुप्रीम कोर्ट से ये कर रहे थे कि हम लोग को मतलब सही ये
थोड़ी दिलासा दी है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अभी.
हाँ, हम लोग को थोड़ी सी आशा जगी है कि वो हम लोग के साथ जस्टिस करेंगे, तो ये उम्मीद है हम लोगों को.
You know, I just want to take you through it's like I said, it's a household which today has seen a tragedy of unprecedented level. What we will do now is go across and listen in to what the parents want. Just a short while back, I just bumped into Pradyuman's father, who has just come in after what happened at Supreme Court today. Let's just listen in to what the parents want, and we're going to just give them a bit of privacy. We're going to just step out right now.
मेरे को कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मेरे बाबू को इंसाफ दिला दो बस.
Struggling to fight back tears, Pradyum's mother doesn't even have the energy to wail anymore. One thing that keeps her going is the fight to ensure her little boy gets justice.
मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मुझे इंसाफ चाहिए। मेरे बाबू के साथ किसी ने ऐसा क्यों किया है, वो हम भी तो जानना चाहेंगे कि क्यों किया उसके साथ किसी ने। वो तो 7 साल का एक छोटा सा बच्चा था जो सिर्फ खेलना ही समझता था। उसकी दुनिया में खेलना और पढ़ना यही था।
Pradyum's father, meanwhile, is waging a valiant legal battle to ensure that no other child faces the same tragic fate.
किसी कोई एक आदमी जिसका 0.1% का भी इसमें इन्वॉल्वमेंट है या आंसरेबिलिटी है, उसको बख्शा ना जाए। मेरी यही रिक्वेस्ट है और यही जस्टिस उस बच्चे के लिए होगा।
The 7-year-old father asked for security for his family and a CBI probe in the murder case, also praying to ensure that the schools and their management do not go scot-free in face of similar tragedies.
CBSE बोर्ड है, उन सबों को नोटिस जारी किया है और 3 हफ्ते के भीतर उनको जवाब देने के लिए कहा गया है। याचिका में जो नोटिस जारी किया गया है, ये केवल सीमित नहीं है एक स्कूल को लेकर के जहां पर प्रद्युमन की घटना हुई है।
जिस उम्मीद से मैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आया था, जिस विश्वास के साथ, वो विश्वास और उम्मीद कायम रही है और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उस पर तुरंत एक्शन लिया है। मैं उन पे पूरा विश्वास है मुझे और मैं उन पे पूरा भरोसा रखते हुए उनके निर्णय का इंतजार।
While Pradyum still awaits justice, the school is trying its best to deflect blame. The cover-up bid only inflaming agitated parents.
कहीं पर भी कोई भी नेग्लिजेंस किसी भी स्कूल में होती है तो उन स्कूलों को गवर्नमेंट को टेक ओवर कर लेना चाहिए।
मिसेस पिंटो की तरफ से ना मिस्टर पिंटो की तरफ से कोई मतलब यहाँ स्टेटमेंट नहीं आया। अब पेरेंट्स अभी श्योर नहीं है।
हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव कोई केओस मचाना नहीं है। हम चाहते हैं हमें भी जिस तरह की कोई इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम होता है, हम दे वांट कि हम इंश्योर होना चाहते हैं कि यहाँ पे सेकंड इंसिडेंट है, उसके बाद इन्होंने क्या करेक्टिव मेजर्स लिए।
Pradyum's brutal murder is a wake-up call. If children aren't safe even in schools, then are they safe at all? Vishalni Lobo, Ilma Hassan, Anjana Om Kashyap, Bureau Report, India Today.
So ultimately the big question that needs to be asked right now, something that even the parents of 7-year-old Pradyuman, that's his picture there, are asking, isn't it time now for a CBI probe? That's the big question that we're asking right here on India Today. We'd like to take our viewers right now through what has been the sequence of events of what led to a tragedy like this, with all these people just sitting, and that's a child's picture. That's a 7-year-old child's picture who's dead, who's been murdered, and all of these people clueless because they don't know anything anymore. They don't know what to ask for, what to say. I just want to take our viewers through on what led to this incident that we're all sitting here mourning the loss of a 7-year-old child.
Who actually killed 7-year-old Pradyum? A question which haunts not just the bereaved family, but also every parent with a school-going kid. Pradyum's parents sent him to school on the morning of 8th September. His father dropped him and his elder sister to Ryan International School in Gurugram at 7:40 a.m. in the morning. At 8:10, he got a call from the school, informing him that his son was found in the school's bathroom with grievous injuries. The 7-year-old breathed his last after being shifted to the hospital.
7:55 में छोड़ के आया हूँ, 8:10 में मेरे पास फोन आ गया। It's hardly 10 to 15 minutes gap. जो हुआ है वो स्कूल कैंपस के अंदर हुआ है, and this is the primary responsibility of school.
Devastated by the loss of their child, the grief of Pradyum's parents soon turned into anger, as it became clear that the child was brutally slashed in his neck. Thousands staged demonstrations demanding answers and safety for their children.
बच्चों की सेफ्टी के लिए हम लोग आए हैं। बच्चे हमारे कितने सेफ हैं हमें कुछ पता नहीं है यहाँ पे, क्योंकि जो अभी हमें गुड़गांव में हुआ है उससे लेकर हम सब बहुत डरे हुए हैं।
अब पेरेंट्स अभी श्योर नहीं है बच्चा अंदर कितना सेफ है, कितना सिक्योर है।
The conductor of the school bus was arrested on Saturday, who confessed to murdering the 7-year-old boy Pradyum, who allegedly saw him in a compromising position. However, the parents refuse to believe this version, alleging a cover-up by the school.
जो पिंटो साहब है स्कूल के चेयरमैन, उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई हो। जिस कंडक्टर को फंसाया गया वो तो छोटे से मोरा है, उसको फंसाया गया।
आपको लगा है इसे फंसाया गया है?
फंसाया गया, सारे मिले हुए हैं।
Amidst rising anger, Haryana police arrested 2 Ryan International School staff on Tuesday. One of the duo is also an accused in the death of Devansh Meena, the 6-year-old Ryan student whose body was found in the school's tank last year. As protests escalate, India today exposed glaring security lapses by Ryan International School. From no separate toilets for students and bus staff to lack of CCTV cameras in the school, Ryan's lapses now lay bare. Facing massive outcry, Ryan's CEO released a video statement playing the victim card.
We request all parties concerned to refrain from holding Ryan Group culpable of a crime where it itself is a victim of unfortunate circumstances.
Pradyuman's parents' hope for justice brightened on Tuesday, with the Supreme Court taking up their plea and sending a notice to the government and the CBI. Bureau Report, India Today.
As we continue to report the story, we try and bring out the voices of the parents of young Pradyuman. They want a CBI probe. They feel that the Haryana government has mishandled the entire probe. They feel somewhere down the line that they are at the side of the Pintos here, the CEO of Ryan International School. So that's the big question that we asked today. Somewhere down the line, has the Haryana government messed up? Has it mishandled this probe into the murder of a 7-year-old child? I want to connect to my colleague Ilma, who's joining us right now from Ryan International. Ilma, you're just about a kilometer away from me. I'm at the house of the 7-year-old Pradyuman, fraught in tragedy. All you can see is tears. It's over to you, Ilma. Would you get us up to speed in terms of what is the Haryana government looking at right now? Will they admit to a CBI probe? Because that's the #1 demand of the father and the mother.
Well, Preeti, for the past 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we had seen a lot of parents protesting outside Ryan International School. But as violence broke out on Sunday, now you see that heavy police deployment here, but no parents. But in the morning, we did see some parents come in and say that they want to remove their children's names from the school list. That is the request that most parents are meeting. Now, speaking of the investigation here, Preeti, we have been hearing that 2 people of the management of Ryan International School have been arrested. The North India regional head has been arrested, and also the HR head of this particular Ryan International School has been arrested. So clearly, you know, after a lot of pressure on the authorities to make sure that their hands aren't washed off by just blaming the conductor, a lot of investigation is being conducted. Even in fact, as I'm speaking to you right now, police are conducting investigations. They're interrogating the staff. So you have teachers, you have other staff, management staff as well, and helpers are also being called inside Ryan International School, all of them being questioned by the authorities. So 2 people have been arrested so far. There have been a total of 14 teams of Haryana police that are investigating the matter, out of which 1 team has been sent to Bombay as well. In fact, the ADG of Law and Order of Haryana also visited Ryan International School a while ago to do a quick scan of exactly what is happening, and he also made it very clear. He said the same thing that the SIT report said. There was massive failure from the side of Ryan International School in terms of providing safety and security to students. But when we asked him whether Ryan Pinto will be questioned, will be interrogated, there was silence from that end. But he said that, you know, if they find incriminating evidence, even the topmost level people involved in Ryan International School will also be held to account for what happened. But for now, what we know is that 2 people have been arrested. Teachers, staff, helpers are still being interrogated. In fact, earlier also we saw some drivers who knew Ashok also were called for questioning inside Ryan International School. So for the next couple of days, you know, the school is shut for today and tomorrow. On Wednesday it will open, but we're not sure whether parents will actually be sending their children, because the parents are very worried and the children are scared after hearing the murder that took place inside these school premises. Over to you, Preeti.
Thank you, Ilma, for that quick update. We continue to get you the very latest. I report from the house of 7-year-old Pradyuman. You know, we've been speaking to people here, and anecdotes, because many of them still trying to come to grips of losing a 7-year-old in their house. The mother, inconsolable. We were talking to her just 5 minutes ago. She burst out crying. We don't want to give her that, indignity. She wants her privacy right now. We're going to go into a break. We're going to come back with the latest. On the other side, what have been the While the parents continue to ask for a CBI probe, let's cut across now to the Police Commissioner of Gurgaon, Sandeep Kherwar, who's holding a press conference on the latest in investigations.
Attained before we proceed further in the matter was sought to be achieved. There was some progress in that direction, and investigation is an ongoing process. We are slowly but surely putting all the elements, building blocks in place, so that we make a good case against the accused persons for whatever roles they have performed in this very heinous and very despicable crime which has happened. Not only the person or persons who were behind the immediate event, but also lapses, negligent or otherwise, which contributed or made possible this very, very unfortunate incident.
So you briefly told the court, informed the court that Ryan International has destroyed evidence from the spot. They have tried to flee the area. Then why sections of tampering of the evidence has not been invoked?
Look, all sections that are required to be invoked will be invoked in due course. But as I that as investigation progresses, whatever sections are required to be added will be added. They have already been added. They have been addition of section 12 of POCSO, section 75 of Criminal Justice Act. Need be other sections will also be invoked.
My question is very specific regarding the.
Look, I have told you very categorically, I cannot be justifying every section or otherwise to you. But yes, when we present a charge sheet before the court, we will have a full set of sections, whatever those set of sections are, and we will have ample justification for invocation or dropping of any of those provisions of law. At this juncture, I will not be elaborating various reasons, but yes, when I take it to the court, it will be duly elaborated.
Sir, today it was informed to us that team will be visiting Mumbai. What has happened so far?
Yes, our team has been dispatched so as to collect evidence, so as to ascertain what is the full set of responsibilities, what are the roles to be performed by various persons in the organization. Once those roles are clearly decided and we are able to decide what the roles are, if there are any liabilities to be fixed on people, that will be done. We need to study documents, scrutinize documents, and we'll be attempting to collect those documents, and that process has been put in motion.
2 of the management staff have been earlier detained, and now they have been they are with you since 24 hours. What have they told you?
Like I said earlier, I cannot be giving a running commentary on an ongoing investigation. Whatever they tell us will be taken on record. It will form a part of our investigation. If need be, facts will be verified. Evidence to...
So you just heard the police commissioner of Gurugram there. The big question now is, will Ryan Pinto, the CEO of Ryan International, be named in the charge sheet? That's something we'll be tracking later. But I just want to give you a sense of where we are. And that's the tragedy of always reporting on a story like this. This is the house where 7-year-old Pradyuman used to live. You know, the flash bulbs will go off, the spotlight will go away, the candle, it's full of candle wax, people who've come in prayer, candle marches that were taken out. So the marches will also stop. The last word in print will also go down, but the grief is of this house and this house alone. We're going to go into a quick break. When we return, we ask the questions that need to be answered. Will Ryan Pinto be named in the charge sheet? We continue to report out of 7-year-old Pradyuman's house. For a journalist, reporting on a story like this is usually a moral dilemma. How much do you step into the grief of the parents who've lost their 7-year-old child? How much do you do that? Well, people look at their grief very differently. You know, and it's quite heartbreaking because you're coming here and you see these slippers of a young child. The mother just saw these and just broke down a short while ago. Like we said, you know, parents here are processing their grief by wanting to be out there asking questions that need be. I just want to ask my camera person, Sudhir, to just show you on what's happening inside right now, where the young mother is continuing to sit, talk to the press. That's the way that she wants to process her grief right now, which is to ask questions that need to be asked. And some of those questions right now need to be asked of Ryan International School. Grave security lapses, no CCTV working. How is it that anyone, you know, the parents are not buying the conductor theory. How is it that the 7-year-old child gets butchered in a toilet in their school? How is it that the boundary wall is porous? Many questions, many lapses. Listen in.
Seven-year-old Pradyuman Thakur murdered. His throat slit, left to bleed inside his own school. India Today now takes you inside the Ryan International School, retracing Pradyuman's footsteps. This horror probably wouldn't have happened if the school followed basic security measures. India Today reporters found many glaring holes in Ryan's security setup. Not a single CCTV camera on school premises. No proper boundary wall.
There's one CCTV camera next to that gate that's half open, half closed, and I can't see any other CCTV camera here. So where is the monitoring? There is no monitoring in the school. What kind of safety are they ensuring? One CCTV camera here. Down the hall, I can't see any more CCTV cameras. There's a gate here, so there's no surveillance of who's coming in, who's leaving.
No police verification of school staff. No separate toilets for drivers, conductors. Windows of shared toilets broken.
जो बाथरूम है, बाथरूम की जो ग्रिल है वो कटी हुई है, शीशा भी नहीं है। उसमें से कोई भी बाहर से एंट्री कर सकता है। कोई स्टाफ के लिए बाथरूम नहीं है अलग से। ये कुछ प्रिलिमिनरी चीजें, बाउंड्री वॉल सामने नहीं है।
There, you heard it. Haryana top cop clearly stating that preliminary investigation points to negligence by the school. But the school's CEO Ryan Pinto played the victim card despite mounting evidence of the school's callousness.
We will not succumb to all the various false allegations being made, nor will we fuel the various controversies being spread. As the investigations are ongoing, we request all parties concerned to refrain from holding Ryan Group culpable of a crime.
A 3-member probe panel formed by the Haryana government has submitted its report, which confirms the lapses reported by India Today.
If we can show you, this is the door where it happened. Pradyuman had entered this particular loo where the bus conductor Ashok Kumar was allegedly inside. Ashok Kumar has confessed that he tried to make sexual advances to Pradyuman. When he refused, the accident happened. But, you know, one thing that is majorly coming to light is the severe laxity in terms of safety and security of students. This is one of the most populated parts of Ryan International School. How could a murder take place here without anyone else finding out?
What's worse, this is not the first time that a child has died under Ryan International School's watch. In 2016, Divyansh was found dead in the storage tank at the school's Vasant Kunj branch. School CEO Ryan Pinto, who has sought anticipatory bail, has blood on his hands. First Divyansh and now Pradyuman. Ryan cannot escape blame. With Anjana Kashyap, Ilma Hassan and Shalini Lobo, Bureau Report, India Today.
As we continue to report right outside and inside 7-year-old Pradyuman's house, questions need to be asked at this juncture. Why is it that the police also claimed today that Ryan International School tampered with evidence? And if they did, then who all need to be named in that charge sheet? The second question, the CEO of Ryan International, Ryan Pinto, has applied for anticipatory bail. What is Ryan Pinto hiding? Questions that need to be asked. I want to connect to my colleague Shalini Lobo, who's joining us on the latest on that. You know, Shalini, the parents here, the family members, are going on asking, you know, many questions there. I want you to take our viewers through on the biggest lapses and the question that face Ryan Pinto today.
Well, the first question that we should ask is why didn't Ryan Pinto and his school wake up to the fact that the security on their campus is not good enough? It was very evident in January 2016 when Devansh's body was found in a water tank in Ryan International School, Vasant Kunj. How did a little boy get there? Why was the pump room open? Was there any action taken? The parents had to wait for a year and a half for a charge sheet to be filed in that case, and now they had a court hearing on September 4th. They went to court to receive a hearing 10 months from now. That's June 2018. How long are they going to wait for justice? That is the first time they should have taken note of this. Second, on Friday we hear news of a boy being murdered in the washroom in this very school in Gurgaon. Now, the various questions that this raises is, aren't our children safe in schools? Many parents raise the issue, why wasn't anyone accompanying the boy? But the question we need to ask is, should the boy be accompanied to a washroom in his own school? Can't he walk alone from his classroom to his washroom? Why isn't if you've seen the washrooms here, another question is, why is it an open space? Why isn't it a closed washroom? Why isn't better facilities provided? Why is this washroom open to many people? And Preeti, right now I'm outside the Ryan International School. This is the gate. I can't see one CCTV here at the gate. People are walking in and out. Right now the police force, but I can't see a CCTV here monitoring the gate. This is one important point. Secondly, as you walk down this road, you will notice there are gaps in the boundary walls. There's no wall. There's a long stretch where there's no wall. There's just a barbed fence. A barbed fence is not going to protect anyone from entering, is not going to protect anyone from leaving. As far as the walls of the entire area is also concerned, no, you can easily just climb on top of it. There's no grill as such, there's no glass pieces, there's no stone. Anyone can just climb over this very easily. Anyone can jump from inside out and from outside in. CCTVs inside, not enough CCTV surveillance that's being done on this campus. Half the CCTVs are dysfunctional, the other half are not even in place. So what kind of monitoring are they ensuring for all the children they have taken account for? This man owns around 200 schools, and if his school has to have 2 deaths in over a year and a half, he is accountable for it. Preeti.
Shalini, thank you for joining us. You know, at the heartbreaking visuals that are coming in right now, if we can, I just want our camera person to show you that Pradyuman's father, he's just come in. And there's nothing that we can actually say. That's what I'm saying. These are the moral dilemmas of reporting on stories like this. You don't know how much to intervene in somebody's life. What we will do is, when we return, we'll cut across to our other reporters. Supriya is joining me. We also have a correspondent from Mumbai. We'll be back with both of them. Do stay with us. Pradyuman wanted, and his father standing right behind, is that no other child actually goes through what 7-year-old Pradyuman went through. But sadly, India Today's reporters and our correspondents found something entirely different. We went across to various schools, a spot reality check, and what we found was horrifying. Accidents, tragedies waiting to happen. Joining me is my colleague Supriya from the national capital and Swapnil from Mumbai. Supriya, what did you find?
Well, as far as the schools are concerned, they are really in a bad shape. I've been joined by many parents here. One of them I have to ask, what about the safety and security of kids? You are also worried about the entire situation.
Yeah, nowadays the parents are really very scared seeing all this happen in such kind of high-profile schools. So this is the request to the school management and the government to follow up the strict, the laws for the security. And मेरी गुजारिश है हिंदुस्तान के इन वकीलों से, जो कि ये ऐसा जो कृतज्ञ हुआ है एक बच्चे के साथ, नादान बच्चे के साथ, जो इसको अगर कड़ी सजा नहीं दी गई तो और शय मिलेगी। तो मेरी ये रिक्वेस्ट है सभी से।
Well, Preeti, when we went across to schools, and there are many people who are present here, they all said that there are massive lapses. So they simply said that huge fees are being charged, but services are not provided.
Supriya, thank you for joining us. Let's cut across to Swapnil in Mumbai. Swapnil, it's over to you.
See, Preeti, Mumbai has an image of a safer city, safe city, but right now the parents are badly shaken by these incidents. They have been hearing incidences of physical abuse, but thinking of a murder, killing in a school of an innocent child is completely unthinkable. Let me speak to some parents here. I have Supriya with me, who's a mother of a 4-year-old daughter. She has something horrible to share with us.
See, we have been listening so many instances from school children themselves, you know, like children playing some kind of mischief by putting their hands in the pants. And the most disgusting part is, like, after paying such a huge handsome amount of money of 2 lakhs per annum, if these things get unnoticed.
I'm very much disturbed by everything what has been happening around, because as a parent I expect my child to be safe in the school, wherein nowadays the school is only concerned about minting money rather than nothing apart from it.
Preeti, the mafia is active here also. Parents do not feel that their children are safe in school.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us. With that, it's a wrap, but we continue to track the story very closely. Like we said, the grief is alone of the parents of 7-year-old Pradyuman, but we at India Today could possibly get their back when it comes down to their fight for justice. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of News. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.